is the 2019 weekly powered by Youngster Development Initiative with support from Ford Foundation. 2019 weekly, the voice of youth in politics.
Hi and welcome to 2019 weekly, centering on youth candidate, young aspirants and their readiness for the 2019 elections. I am Salamatu Al-Hassan and I am so excited.
Okay, Salamatu, can you just calm me nerves down?
I'll try.
Alright, now 2019 weekly is brought to you by Youngsters Foundation with support from Ford Foundation West Africa. I am Anne Chukwumike. Now, as to why this woman here is so excited, this is my best part. You know, this is my job. I like to just tell people the truth. Okay, for the first time in Salamatu Alice's life, she had the privilege to be under the same roof with so many young aspirants for the political parties and young aspirant forum, which was held on 8 August 2018.
It was amazing. The site was amazing, from the zealous aspirants to party chairman, representatives, including Tope Faswa, Gani Galadima, Naji Goswell, and so many others. I mean, you'll agree with me, that's a fascinating site. Grace Idako, team lead for Young Aspirant Leadership Fellowship, will be joining us in the studio to give us more gist on this one.
A young person interested in running for office in 2019 Nigerian general elections? Are you a youth with questions concerning politics, elections, voters' cards, political parties, youth participation, among others? Young Aspirants Toll-Free Call Service is for you. You call, we pay. Can you believe it? Call us today on 0800 333 3555 with your questions. It is absolutely free. Young Aspirants Toll-Free Call Service, the first of its kind in Nigeria. Powered by Youngsters Foundation with support from Ford Foundation.
Alright, like we said, we have Grace Idako, team program lead for YALF in the studio. Welcome, Grace.
Okay, she's aka YALF Madam. YALF Chubby Madam.
Chubby Madam.
Okay, Grace, nice having you in our studio. Okay, we're going to ask you, so what was the need for the political parties and young aspirants forum?
Okay, in April, when semester 1 of the YALF program happened, there was a focus group discussion that 154 participants of that semester 1 brought forward. And in that focus group discussion, we found out that there were certain challenges that young aspirants are facing within political parties. We did an online survey, and then we got over 931 responses of people that were part of political parties, which are young people, and the challenges they were facing in those parties. So we had a lot. We had over 30 peculiar challenges young people were facing within political parties, but we decided to narrow it to 7 key challenges that we felt we could bring forward as an advocacy point to political parties to say, okay, what can you do to reduce the challenges young people are facing, to make sure that a lot of young people emerge as party flag bearers during the 2019 general elections. The 7 key challenges that young people were facing that we brought forward was, number 1, the reduction of party and expression of interest forms. The reduction of the cost of tickets, right? And then 2 was youth inclusion in decision-making body of the party. 3 was voter sensitization and political sensitization of members that are going to come into the parties as youths. And then 4, exploring digital approaches of disseminating information, because a lot of people said finding party offices was very difficult for them, and finding information about certain parties was difficult for them. So, but some parties have websites where people can just log in and find out everything they want to find out about those parties. So we are saying a lot of parties, if not every party, should do same. And then we had 5. 5 was for the building of capacity of young people, because most of the young aspirants we have are first timers to politics, and when you come and join a party, you cannot just find your way and do stuff on your own. You need guidance, and a lot of young people are saying they need to be guided through a mentorship program or through capacity training programs to make them actually win their elections. And then the 7th one is the issue of creating policies and implementing policies that will increase persons with disabilities in party politics. So these were the 7 points that we brought forward to political parties to say what can they do.
What were your expectations coming for this program?
Expected to see a lot of young people who are fired up, who are trying to contest for different positions, the youth of this country who are already aspirants and expressing their interests on different political parties. And I think that's what we found. So today I've been interacting with a number of them from different parts of Nigeria. And they've actually been expressing tremendous hope that 2019 is going to be a different ball game altogether. So we support everything that Youngsters and YALF is doing. We can have all sorts of excuses. I'm a national chairman of a party today and a presidential aspirant, not because I have everything, but because I felt that the never say never spirit must be activated. So we went and put together a political party, encourage other people to run on it and to also fulfill their aspirations on that party. And, today it's a different ball game. I mean, a lot of people are logging onto it. So what are those issues? I saw the 7 issues. Some of them have to do with giving youth quota. I don't believe in that quota, though. I believe that the youth should be fully mainstreamed. If the Constitution does not bar a youth, if you are 25 years and you want to go for House of Assembly, if you are 30 years you want to go for House of Reps, if you are 35 years you want to go for state governor or president, go for it. And any party that discriminates against you is actually discriminating against the Constitution. But the truth is that the youth has 65% of the population. The youth doesn't sound a disadvantage to me in that regard. However, where the youth may have a disadvantage is in the issue of finance.
So what would be your advice to these young aspirants who find the cost of party nomination forms too daring? What would be your advice to them?
Well, my further advice to them is that in this country, you have to struggle. Nothing is given for free. Nothing is given for free. And also to let them know that the amount that party charges vary from political parties. If they feel they are not being accommodated in one party, they have a choice of 68 political parties. They should go to other parties. I believe with being a youth, with the strength and another opportunity they have at the advantage to mobilize people, there's no party that they go that they cannot win election.
Which of the challenges outlined, which one would you say stand out to you as a major challenge for youth in running for offices?
The major challenge actually is with clinging on the candidacy of the party, which actually lies most on a quota system, basically. Because we know that when you leave it open to just anybody to run without giving some quotas to youth, the possibility that the youth may not clinch the party ticket is actually there because of finances, because of economic power and all that. We know the older people are more economically buoyant than the youth. So that's why it's basically important for us to have a quota allocated to the youth, say 40% or even more, so that we can have more youths having party tickets to run for office.
Okay, looking at whether this will work, I must tell you that this is the first time I'm highly delighted because I could see some practical commitment. I could see from some practical commitment coming from the IPAC chairman and also from various party chairmen. So that speaks volume because they've committed that they're going to implement it. And if surely they're going to do it, like personally, I'm going to follow it up to see that yes, there's full implementation.
Welcome back to the show. Now, Grace, we noticed that some of the young aspirants and some of the party representatives had a clash in opinions for the reserving quotas for the youth in your political parties. Now, what was the conclusion reached in the communique?
What the communique captured was that it is recommended, because there are some political parties that do not have that. They do not have any reservations for youth. So it is recommended that political parties should have reserved quotas for youth of certain ages, because you know that some political parties will say they have a youth leader and then he's over 40 and then he's 50. So they're saying within the age bracket of 18 to 35. Yes, so that youth can emerge as party candidates in 2019.
At this point, we don't have thoughts. Let's break it down. Now, during the during the forum, we also had time when they had during for break. We had people to connect. We had the networking and also signing of the communique. So let's go check out the signing of the communique as well as the hanging out session.
So Grace, we gathered that you stayed in the north for a while. You did, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you're going to be translating our words on the marble to Hausa today.
Please, I don't want any serious. I don't want any serious translation.
You're going to do
My
it.
Hausa is conversational.
You will convert
See people, they like to chicken out when they have major tasks to do. Let's go see what's on a marble. We'll be right back.
Jin daɗi na matasa ba a give
To anti Grace, you have tried and you have done your best. Okay. She has done her best.
I like to be straightforward.
I told you my Hausa was conversation.
Why you like the conversation?
Those words were too deep.
People like me that have how many languages they can speak. So
Auntie Wazobia.
Yeah.
So all the Hausa viewers out there, if you think she did well or if you think she got it wrong, please just comment on the video with the correct words for her sake. Thank you.
And this is all we're joining the curtains on today's edition of 2019 Weekly. If you're out there, you believe you have the leadership capacity to take Nigeria to the next level, always remember,
The best time for you to run, win and impact is now. I am Salamata Al Hassan.
And I'm Anne Chukwumike.
Grace Ehi Dako.